It's very, very important to me that I'm selling to the tribal food box. As an indigenous farmer, to be able to provide, high quality food to tribal elders throughout Wisconsin is, an opportunity that, is almost priceless. The respect, I guess you would say, that we place on our elders is first and foremost. And to be able not only to care for them, but also to be able to feed them is food sovereignty as an indigenous person.
The Tribal Elder Food Box program sources, repacks, and distributes boxes of food to tribal elders. So folks who are tribal members who are 55 and older, and we were able to partner with all 11 federally recognized tribal nations to get boxes out to tribal elders across the state.
And so right now we're able to reach all 11 sovereign nations, which includes producers from a lot of these nations. And in addition to native producers, we're sourcing all local. So whatever we can't get from our native producers, we're using local producers. It's so much work behind the scenes to get what's in the boxes from our smaller producers, but it's really cool, and it means a lot to them.
There's so much cultural relevance that goes into it. Who we're going to get it from, indigenous producers, the no herbicides, pesticides aspect. There's so many things that are great about it that are going directly into our community, which affects their health, and that's why it's so important. The food that we get from corporate America isn't really the best for us, so the high quality food that we're giving out is eliminating that stigma of what a food pantry is.
So for Oneida Nation, we're really looking at our food sovereignty efforts more as a healthcare, a health equity piece. We're really taking a look at these are the people that need and deserve the best, but also really taking a look at the types of food that we're getting into these boxes.
What most excites me about this program is that it works really intentionally to not just feed nutritious traditional foods to elders, but to do it by supporting local economies, specifically tribal and native producers.
For Red Cliff, when you talk about culture and tradition, fishing this lake, Gitchagami, Lake Superior, that is our culture. That is our tradition. We do get some trout, but the main harvest that comes out of here for us is the whitefish. The driving factor of this company was to be able to support the community, to be able to provide a local product, tribally harvest, and ends up coming out of our tribally owned fish company.
There's no additives, there's no hormones, there's no dyes, anything like that. And so we're really taking something we've been doing here for generations, and now we're able to provide it in these unique, this program to provide a healthy alternative, different meat source, and it's a traditional diet, for Native American people. So we're hoping to be able to provide more, and if the program grows, we're going to be there to grow with it.
So we do a lot of different things. We do the aquaponic lettuce. We have 6 hoop houses that we grow in, cattle, bison, pigs. We make maple syrup. And then we do the Tribal Elder Food Box program, which takes a lot of our lettuce, takes a lot of our maple syrup. We're growing with fish, so we're growing aquaponically. We feed the fish produce waste, which is then converted through the nitrification process to feed the lettuce. The great thing about it is it provides a guaranteed sale of our product, right? So we're able to plan well in advance of what they need. It has been a huge boost for our business.
Ohelagu is a agricultural nonprofit that's made up of Oneida families that work cooperatively together to grow our heirloom white corn. It's a pretty remarkable food stock. It's very high in protein and low in sugar. It's so special that the corn all has to be hand harvested and hand husked and hand braided in order for it to dry down so that we can eat it. It's a huge commitment of time for us, but the love for the corn and the passion that we have for it is very obvious. So these foods are spirit foods. When we eat these foods, we're communing with our ancestors. This corn, this very same corn, was eaten by our people since creation. And when we have access to eating it on a regular basis, we're connecting to that legacy. So we delivered 3 separate shipments of roasted white corn flour that was grown right here on the reservation, that tribal elders are able to make themselves a nice bowl of hot mush for breakfast and eat some traditional foods instead of the conventional foods that were in their box before that they couldn't necessarily digest properly, so there was a lot of milk and cheese and eggs and stuff in there that isn't part of the traditional foods diet. And now they're going to have traditional foods for breakfast that was grown right here in Wisconsin by Native people.
To know that the product that I'm harvesting is going to our tribal elders, you know, that's what gives me the most pride. You know, that's a healthy food, and that's what we need to survive.
You know, we really, in my opinion, can't be sovereign if we can't feed ourselves. Get involved and do it. You know, you can start selling 50 chickens, 100 chickens. You know, taking that in small quantities and adding up provides us the volume to be able to provide high quality food to the tribal food boxes.
Please get involved, reach out. There's so many resources within the tribes. It's just been a great program.
If we can get this program funded permanently and on a long-term basis, we can then get indigenous producers to invest in capital, to put in new wash and pack systems, to buy more equipment because they know that this customer is going to be a long-term customer.
It's created inspiration in me to continue this work because it is so important, and I think it will really change the landscape of the health of our community going forward.
When we strengthen our sense of belonging to our community, our lands, our people, that has a positive impact on our mental, spiritual, behavioral health as well.